No one knows exactly what happened that night. A plane vanished from radar at 70,000 feet, and soon after, the military sealed off a massive stretch of desert in Nevada. Witnesses reported strange flashes of lights unlike anything they'd seen before. It wasn't long before a mysterious facility appeared on maps, labeled only as Area 51. But what is Area 51? A top-secret military base? A portal to another world? Or something so extraordinary, the truth could change everything we think we know? Tonight, we dive deep into the origins of one of the most secretive places on Earth. Let's begin. In the mid-1950s, the United States was deep into the Cold War. The race for military and technological superiority against the Soviet Union was relentless, and the need for secrecy was paramount. Engineers and scientists envisioned a revolutionary aircraft, one that could fly faster, higher, and farther than anything seen before. To make this a reality, they needed the perfect location: remote, hidden, and secure. They found it in the Nevada desert, on the edge of a dry lakebed known as Groom Lake. Groom Lake was isolated and surrounded by mountains, creating a natural shield from prying eyes. This barren stretch of land would become the foundation of Area 51, though its name would remain a mystery to most for decades. The work at Area 51 was so classified that even the workers who built the facility didn't know what they were creating. Every detail was shrouded in secrecy. Supplies arrived under cover of night, flown in on unmarked planes, and those who entered the base were required to sign lifelong non-disclosure agreements. Officially, Area 51 didn't exist. It was a phantom on government maps and a whisper among the military elite. Yet, its very secrecy began to raise questions. What was so important that it demanded such extreme measures to keep it hidden? While the engineers and military personnel worked in complete secrecy, something else began to happen. Locals living around the Nevada desert started noticing unusual things that couldn't be explained by the harsh landscape or simple military operations. Unidentified lights in the sky, silent, high-speed aircraft streaking across the desert night, and strange, erratic behavior from planes that seemed to defy the laws of physics. But the strangest part? Whenever they reported these sightings to the authorities, they were met with complete silence, or worse, told they were seeing things, that it was just their imagination. As the secrecy surrounding the base grew, so did the rumors. In 1989, a man named Bob Lazar would step into the spotlight and change the world's perception of Area 51 forever. Bob Lazar, a self-proclaimed physicist, came forward with a shocking story. He claimed that he had worked at a secret facility near Area 51 known as S4, where he had allegedly seen flying saucers, alien technology, and even extraterrestrial beings. He described how he had been part of a team attempting to reverse engineer alien spacecraft that had been recovered by the government. His testimony was both extraordinary and deeply controversial. He spoke of gravity-defying propulsion systems, metal alloys unlike anything on Earth, and a technology so advanced it seemed to come from another world. Lazar's claims were dismissed by many as fabrication. His background was questioned, and many pointed out inconsistencies in his story. But for some, his words rang true, offering the first tantalizing hint that perhaps the truth was far stranger than they could imagine. What was Bob Lazar really telling us? And why did the government go to such lengths to silence him and others who spoke out? The more we dig, the more questions arise. But the mystery of Area 51 doesn't end with Bob Lazar. Another theory that ties into this tale involves the infamous Roswell incident, which occurred in 1947. According to some conspiracy theorists, the crash of an unknown object in the New Mexico desert wasn't just a weather balloon, as the government later claimed, but a UFO, one that had crashed on Earth. Its wreckage brought to a secret base in Nevada. Could the truth behind Roswell and Area 51 be connected? Was the government studying UFOs and extraterrestrial life as many believe? And if so, what have they discovered in the years since? The answers may never be revealed. While some focused on UFOs, another part of the mystery surrounding Area 51 had to do with the development of cutting-edge military aircraft. In the 1980s, the United States unveiled the U-2 spy plane, which was capable of flying at altitudes that made it almost invisible to Soviet radar. But that was just the beginning. In the heart of Area 51, a new generation of stealth aircraft was being developed. The SR-71 Blackbird, a high-speed reconnaissance plane, was one such project. And it wasn't just the aircraft that was groundbreaking. The technologies being tested there were years, if not decades, ahead of anything the public had seen. While the world focused on Cold War, the real battle was being fought in the sky and in the shadows of secret bases like Area 51. Yet as the public caught glimpses of these remarkable machines, they couldn't help but wonder how much of this technology was truly human. So why this secrecy? Why go to such lengths to hide the existence of a military base that on the surface was simply dedicated to advancing aviation technology? It wasn't just the advanced planes or experimental technologies that needed to be protected. It was the possibility of something far more significant, something that, if revealed, could change the course of history forever. The alien theory. What are they really hiding? As we dig deeper into the mystery of Area 51, one theory stands out above all others: the belief that the US government has been secretly studying extraterrestrial technology and possibly even alien life forms. This theory has captivated the imagination of millions, and it's the driving force behind much of the speculation surrounding the base. The story begins with the infamous crash in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. According to some, the wreckage of a UFO was recovered by the US military, and some of the debris, including strange, otherworldly materials, was allegedly transported to Area 51 for study. The theory goes that scientists at the base have spent decades studying this alien technology, trying to reverse engineer it and apply it to military advancements. But is there any truth to these claims? Let's take a closer look at the evidence and the counter-arguments. One of the primary pieces of evidence that supporters of the alien theory point to are the numerous testimonies from alleged insiders. Perhaps the most famous of these is Bob Lazar, a man who in the late 1980s came forward claiming to have worked at a secret facility near Area 51 known as S4. While Lazar's claims have been met with heavy skepticism, with many questioning his credentials and the details of his story, the idea that the US government has been hiding evidence of alien life has continued to intrigue many. On the other hand, our government has consistently denied any such allegations. Officials have repeatedly stated that Area 51 is simply a testing ground for advanced military aircraft and technologies. The secrecy surrounding the base, they claim, is due to national security concerns, not because it's hiding alien bodies or spacecraft. The government's refusal to acknowledge any UFO sightings or to provide any solid evidence of extraterrestrial contact has only fueled conspiracy theories. The more the government denies, the more people begin to question. If there's nothing to hide, why all the secrecy? Another aspect of the alien theory revolves around the advanced technology developed at Area 51. Some believe that the mysterious, high-speed aircraft seen flying over the desert, often described as flying saucers, are actually prototypes for military crafts developed using alien technology. The US military has tested and developed several groundbreaking aircraft at Area 51, such as the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71 Blackbird, both of which were shrouded in secrecy when they were first unveiled. But some theorists suggest that these projects were not entirely human creations. Could some of the technology behind these aircraft have come from alien sources? The idea of reverse engineering UFOs, though, is controversial. While some argue that it's entirely possible, others suggest that the technology required to build such craft is so advanced that even the most cutting-edge human innovations couldn't possibly match the feats seen in UFO sightings. Of course, no theory is complete without its critics. While the alien theory remains compelling to many, skeptics argue that there's no concrete proof to support these claims. In the end, the theory that Area 51 is hiding extraterrestrial technology is one of the most enduring and captivating conspiracy theories of our time. But while the stories and testimonies remain intriguing, there's still no definitive proof to support these claims. What we do know is that Area 51 is a highly secretive military base, and that secrecy breeds speculation. Whether or not the truth involves aliens, advanced technology, or just classified military projects, the mystery of Area 51 continues to capture the imagination of millions. So, while we may never know for certain what lies behind the gates of Area 51, one thing is clear: the truth is out there, and it's up to each of us to decide how much of it we believe.
Thank you for watching Late Night Story. Subscribe so you don't miss more late night stories, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to hear next.